I'm gonna make it that shade of green. Yeah, that's a bad shade of green for me to have made. Let me just... Sure. Hello, people! Sorry, I just gonna do some last minute changes to the base. It was... I don't know, I didn't feel like the green was good for it. Welcome back to me, hyperfixating on my DnD characters again. We're in the last 3 for the, out of the 12 I have made so far. Gonna be completing the class set here. This is Pluenka. She is, I can't remember, did I give her last name? Did I? Might not have. Might have. I can't remember, let me check. No, I did not give her a last name. It makes sense. It's iffy, depending on, it's iffy, you know. Also, I should also change her, fix her hair, because it looks like it's going in, looks like it's coming out of her ears. It's not supposed to be. I know goblins aren't always known for their hygiene, just like orcs and stuff like that, but it's not supposed to be. But yeah, this is Pluenka. She is a goblin rogue. That helps a little bit. Just have to do the other ear. What the heck? Okay, they're linked, but then why do I have a different... Then why do I... What? If they're linked, then why do I have... Then why did that, and then why do I have to... Whatever. There, I fixed her ears. Now it's looking less like it's coming out of her ears. Still can be viewed that way, but... don't have an option for her hair. Maybe. I don't think I do. I actually used her, but not as a player. I used her as a dungeon master for like the first one-shot I did, which is the first time I was ever actually a dungeon master, but you know. She was the shopkeeper in the library. She, let me explain her story here. So she has the Outlander background. She is, how do I explain this? She's pretty much always been on her own. As you can see, her weapons are a bit rusty here. Her dagger, her short sword, her dagger. Her bow looks like it's, you know, it's a bit molded, you know, or rotten. It's worn down, you know, it's aged. I'm trying to say the leather isn't kept up the most. Her gloves are just gloves she found, so her boots, pretty much the rest of her clothes, but the rest of her clothes at least they match. At least the rest of her clothes match. But yeah, she's always been on her own, and you know, goblins don't exactly have the best reputation, so she's always been society doesn't trust her because she's a goblin. So of course she learned how to, like, you know, fend for herself and stuff like that. Fend for herself, even this, like, away from society. Because, yeah, goblins don't exactly... With the goblins' bad reputation, it's a bit hard for her to, you know, go to a restaurant to eat or anything. Buy stuff. Anything really, because... Doing anything really. And now, after the one shot which she was in, she now works for somebody. How do I explain what happened? So the party woke up a giant ape, and that's bad. And so they had to they grabbed her on their way to escaping to safety. through a magical door that they had to get the key. They had to get the key for from the sleeping ape, which was just sleeping giant ape. What would be even funnier is that the druid turned into a giant spider, so the wizard had to run and told her to not be afraid of the giant spider. So Pluenka was a bit terrified. So now she basically kind of works like as a little sidekick, or sidekick, not psychic. Works like kind of like a sidekick for the guy who hired them to go in the go into the library to get something. I can explain it. I can tell you what happened during the one shot in another video if you guys really want me to. I cannot stress this enough. Please please comment something if you want me to do anything, you know, if you want to see more of anything. Like, I will listen. I just had no comments so far. The only comment I've gotten on one of these videos of me talking about my DnD characters is one of the players of the campaign I'm running. I do read any comments I get. I do read any comments I get, so if you want to say anything at all, go ahead. Well, not anything at all. Please be mindful of your words, of course. Do not invent a new slur. Not on my channel. Yeah, her style is kind of mixed matched stuff she found. Mixed matched, worn down, you know. She's got some, her leather armor here is a bit worn down too. I tried to make her look decent for a goblin while still looking like a goblin, because the goblins aren't the prettiest in my nature. But she's a kind soul. She just wants to get by in life, like live. And if she can, you know, an adventure would be great. One that's not too terrifying. As you can look by this face, she's kind of more easily scared. So not too much, not like the kind of character that's afraid of every single little thing, but one that she's more likely to be scared than, you know, others. You know what I mean? Gave her some texturing. Or, well, texturing, maybe just the difference, kind of, whatever. I'm trying to don't know how to explain words, you know. Are her teeth green? They better not be. I don't think they are. Could just be the shadow. The third character I've played as. I haven't been a player since. I would like to, but I might just be pushed to be stuck as a forever DM. I want to be both a DM and a player, but you know, DMs are a little harder to come by because you need more players than DMs, and not everyone is as good as being a DM. I'm pretty decent at it, you know. I'm kind of making stories is one of the things I'm best at. Okay, I wrote a script for it. I wrote a script for like a TV show I thought of. This has nothing to do with D&D. It's about a team of archaeologists that keep uncovering ancient evils. It's funny. It's great. It's exciting. I finished the script for the pilot episode. Working on the script for the second one. Anyway, back to this. I think that's all I got for now. Oh yeah, her arrows too are a bit, you know, moldy wood-ish. The feathers are doing all right though. Before I switch to the next character, I just want to say you guys are unpredictable. Like I removed my face from the thumbnails, and then suddenly my videos of my video of me hyperfixating. Hi, Era. Then suddenly my video of me hyperfixating on my D&D characters gets 90 something views. But yet my shorts without my face do not do as well. Judging by how the last video of this series did and my latest YouTube short did, I think I'm gonna be sticking to doing DnD stuff because you know, whatever brings in the views. I do like doing D&D stuff, you know. So yeah, guess I'm sticking to that. I will do more stuff with other types because I want to. But that's gonna be what my channel mainly is, I guess. This is my wizard. No, wizard warlock. This is my warlock. He is a turtle. And yes, that's, for those who don't know D&D as well, that's turtle with an O. It's like, I'm pretty sure it's a mix of turtle and tortoise, but it just came out like turtle but with an O. So yeah, I did when I was thinking of when I was creating my warlock, I thought of like the idea of the character first instead of like the species, you know. So I like limited like 4 species that I thought would fit with the character. I thought would fit the character I wanted to play as. It would be good for warlock, and I presented the 4 options to an online friend of mine, and she chose turtle. And so yeah, which it's good because the turtles have like natural armor, like one of the highest natural armors. But anyway, he's got a bit of like, his hair is not the most kept. It's not the best, you know. Hiccups. Sorry, I was trying to reset my diaphragm there. Didn't work. Okay, well. Yeah, he's a warlock. Basically the idea was a warlock who's obsessed with his godly patron in a loving kind of way, but she doesn't love him back at all. But she figures she could like get some use out of him. Also, his hair is going over his eye, which is funny, but you know, that's I didn't mean to do that. I don't think I've noticed it till now, but it makes it even better. But yeah, so he kind of annoys her every now and then, like trying to like obsessively trying to talk to her, you know, through like a contact, whatever the spell was, you know, patron contact, whatever the spell that was, you contact your patron with, you know, and he does her bidding solely because he loves her, but even though he's not his personality, he's like I think I made him like a true neutral or chaotic neutral. He's my character that's furthest away from being lawful good. I think I made him true neutral. So he isn't always... He's not a type of character who does what's right for doing what's right, you know? He's kind of character who does what he wants. whatever he wants. And sometimes what he wants is... part of what he wants is his patron getting what she wants. So yeah, he's kind of got gave him like a person who lives in it. They kind of gave him the vibe of a guy who lives in his mom's basement while obsessing over fictional anime girls. And fiction. Every anime girl's fictional, usually. Sometimes they're based off of true people, like real people, I guess, you know, because it's an art style. So just like characters in other in non-animes can be based off of real people. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Anyway, he's got very basic clothing, unwashed. His hair also, he hasn't washed his hair in a long time. He keeps his stuff in these bags here, of course, you know. That's what they're for. Made him green because it matches. Next character that was best paired up with my next character, we'll talk about soon. I didn't even mention his name. This guy's name is Buput. I haven't actually said it out loud before. Buput. Buput. I don't even know how it's pronounced, honestly. Buput. It's just gonna be Buput, okay? I think I gave him a last name. Okay, never mind. It's looking like I didn't, actually. Yeah, I didn't. Okay, well. Oh, yeah. Did he give him that background? Looks like I gave him the background of failed merchant. I don't remember why. Yeah, his natural armor is 17. He can't wear armor, but he can still he can still hold a shield. Well, he is a warlock, so he can't. But you know, yeah, he is a true neutral, and in exchange for her power, he agreed to. In exchange for her power, he agreed to fight corrupted government figures to free people from oppression. Because I pretty much made up his patron goddess. She's like the goddess of, you know, of humility. And there's something else I had there too. Humility and technology. Yeah, you'll see the next character. He also somehow has a high charisma, despite all this. He still somehow has it's unnatural charisma. It's not natural. My eye's twitching for some reason. Hiccups, eye twitching. I don't know what's going on. Do you see it? Huh? Still twitching. Okay, now it stopped. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah. It happens sometimes. Not okay. Not usually. Not on a regular basis. That's what I was looking for. Anyway, he's one of the funny characters. Pluenka was one of the kind of story characters, you know-ish. But this guy is one of the funny characters. My next one's kind of a mix, honestly. I mean, I'll show you. So this is Wood Scrape. I'm actually proud of like how I designed him, you know. That is a holy symbol because he is a cleric. Well, he's part cleric. He's part cleric. He's also part artificer. I made a reverse Amish because I thought the idea it was one of the funniest things ever. And so basically, not using technology is a sin. So yeah, that's why I kind of made her like because they share the same goddess. This Buput and Wood Scrape share the same goddess, so she's the goddess of humility, technology, and I don't know, some kind of plants. I'll figure that out. I guess I'm gonna figure that out later when I get close to actually using him. Because if anyone's next, it's probably gonna be Raj Stormgrip, because he was my second one I made. Kind of first come first serve. I did have to skip to Ballast because, you know, a circus and a bard, they kind of mix. Plus, it's one of the characters you can't take away his main weapon, which being his loot. Took away his daggers, but you know, he got better ones. Yeah, this is not just a backpack. It contains a bunch of parts for him to use. Because artificers, when they cast spells, they like basically make machines to do it. Like I read, you know, I read the book a bit. It was in a bit. Of course, I read it. But I needed to put him together. But basically, they put together, like, if they like a healing spell, they would like put together, like, might put together a little crab that'll sew a wound up, That is taken that example is taken from the book. Like, it's not one-on-one for words because I don't remember one-on-one for words, but yeah. Also got some chemicals and vials here. You know. Got a little bit of dye on his. Got a little bit of shine on his beak. Dye, shine, polish-ish stuff. It's something. Yeah, he's part. Wait, did I not colors? Oh shoot! I missed the part I was supposed to color. There is no color there. Holy crap! I didn't color that. Wow. Yeah, he's partly funny character because he's supposed. I want to like to be together with Buput, so because they're gonna be. Their interaction is gonna be funny. I've had trouble explaining this to people. I really know. I realize whenever I'm talking that it doesn't sound as funny when I'm talking about it as it does in my head. But their interactions are gonna be funny because they're gonna clash a lot on their beliefs of how they should worship. You know, he's kind of got the. He's got the, you know, he's kind of got a more regular view on worshiping, plus plus the technology, the reverse Amish kind of thing. Well, Buput's kind of like, and like I said, explained earlier, they kind of got the vibe of a guy in his mom's basement obsessing over anime girls. But he's also kind of I want him to be a little more lore. This guy to be a little more. I want Woodscape to be a little more like story, you know. Too. He's kind of a mix. His mace here, it may look big, but it's actually made of lighter weight materials, so it would do about as much damage as like a handheld one, you know, like a regular handheld one. And his shield's got the holy symbol. Does he have a shield? He's supposed to have a shield, or did I just add that because I thought it would be nice? I don't think I do that. The third time I'm having to go to my files. It's ridiculous. Yeah, his proficiency in shields. Does he have a shield though? I don't think I gave him their equipment yet. I didn't give him their equipment just because. So for my first campaign I played in, the rules on the equipment were different than what they usually are. We were supposed to like not have anything, and then we'd be given money to spend stuff on, and we did. I bought 10 nets and didn't use them till the last boss fights. I didn't even mention that he's a Kenku. He's not a crow. He's not like a living crow, like a That's pretty much what they are, but you know. For anyone who doesn't know D&D as well, he's a Kenku. I believe that's how they're pronounced. You'd have to look them up, honestly. I can't even explain. But they don't have their own voices. They kind of have to mimic people, and then they mimic sounds. And basically, their voices are like. It's hard for me to explain. I'm not good at this explaining thing with words. I'm not good at this word thing. I'm not sure I'll ever get a chance to play him because I've got a whole line to get through, and I haven't been a player as much. I've been a DM more than I've been a player. I do have an NPC I designed though. I've got a few NPCs I designed. I could show you. Well, right now I have 2 that I've designed. Well, one's I didn't really design. He's mostly a joke character. You know, it's meant to be just funny. But I'm not gonna tell you what he is right now, just in case, because I just probably do it for another video. I have to do another video I have to record another video for next Friday. The Friday after this, the Friday after this one will be releasing, because I'm gonna be I'm gonna be out of town for like next Friday. Like I don't record on Friday obviously, but the days before too I'll be out of town. Yeah, I don't know if I saw this in the first video, but I've been trying to use a different species for every character, and I've been cycling through the classes. So after Wood Scrape, since he'd like use the last two classes, like official classes, I believe Artificer and Blood Hunter are official classes, but they are as far as I know. But yeah, now I'll be cycling back through them, and my next the character I want to create next is a Tabaxi monk. I'll explain in a different video. I'll explain it if that video if I ever get to it. If I ever make it that character, because it's more fun making and using the characters than just making them. Because right now they're just ideas in my head, and the digital figurines on the screen. And if I use any of the characters, I'll tell you the updates on their story, because then the other previous videos might be able to be updated, you know. This just looks funny. It looks like a giant landmine on it, like a sea mine on a stick. He's also got a little bit of blue dye on his tail. I think that's all I got for safe. I don't think it's all I got to say for him. Because like I said, I haven't used them. I've said a lot about him probably already. And I think I used a generator for his name, and I think Buput's too. Pluenka, I believe I made that up. Yeah, I made Pluenka. But Wood Scrape I did. I'm pretty sure I did use a generator and found one that I liked. Yeah, I'm proud of his design. I think it looks pretty nice. It might be, some might think of it too much. It's definitely not, it's definitely way better than, it's definitely better than Novus Candle Feathers. It's not as much of, it's not an eyesore. But you know, I just kept, it's gonna be funny, as an eyesore, Novus will be funny as an eyesore, so it's fine. I'm gonna try not to go on too long, because I do have to record. I have to edit this tonight too. I probably have to record my next short and my next video tomorrow. My next short will probably be in. Well, next short will definitely be based off another event that happened while I was DMing. If you want to know how that happened, by the way, like the situation in the last short, if you want to know how that happened, you can please let me know. I will willingly talk about it. Yeah, there are a lot more funny moments. I haven't been DMing that long, but there have been a lot more funny moments that have happened while DMing, while dungeon mastering. Yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know who your favorite character is out of all other 12 of my first 12. You know, they're not related to each other, and pretty much most of them are not related to each other in any way. But yeah, they're still kind of grouped together because they're my first set of characters out of the classes. I still have hiccups. If you like this series, this might be the last one of me. This might be the last one of me hyperfixating of my D&D characters that I play as for a while, because I'm not gonna be making others, and probably won't be making the others anytime soon. I can talk about the NPCs I've made. I can talk about campaigns I've DM'd or been in, one-shots I've campaigned or been in. I'm kind of only campaigned one shot. Most recent one was supposed to be a one shot I made recently isn't really a one shot anymore. I kind of accidentally made it a mini campaign. But you know, we're figuring it out. I've been in a campaign and a one-shot, and that's pretty much it. And I've been in a campaign, I've been in a one-shot, I've hosted a one-shot, I'm hosting a campaign, and I'm hosting a mini campaign, and I'm hosting with 2 different groups of people. If you couldn't tell, I love D&D. I like making characters, like playing characters. I like the story. I like pretty much everything about it, you know. Making characters, sharing characters, making stories, sharing stories. Participating in stories with other people and making it make sense. You know, the fights are good too, you know. They're fun. They're part of the thinking of ideas, coming up with ideas that, because you know, D&D's like got a lot of room to do stuff. It's not you either do this or you do this. There's a lot of options for you to do, and it's fun thinking of ideas. It's fun thinking of ideas to solve things, like the time Tranks suggested freezing the rug to the wheels that were frozen, to the ice wheels that were put that the wizard, I think it was either the wizard or sorcerer. I was new, so I didn't really know. But it was the wizard or sorcerer that froze to the table. I think it was a sorcerer. I don't remember very much. I didn't know the difference between a wizard or sorcerer then, so yeah, hopefully this one gets 90 something likes as well. I'm not counting on it. I don't count my chickens before they hatch, because usually they end up getting smashed, all the eggs. When I do that, at least. It is nice having a good surprise like that. Yeah, if you did like, please leave a like, you know. I will follow, I'm gonna try to do what, you know, gets me the best views, likes, comments, you know, because, you know, if I want to grow my channel, I gotta go towards I gotta go down the road it's growing. I can't just suddenly switch to fashion, especially since I'm not a fashionista or whatever. But yeah, that'll be it for this video. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you yesterday.